The Pelicans are looking to defeat their Western Conference rival going into this game. And as we start the weekend here on this Friday night, this is Kevin Harlan with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg welcoming you to NBA basketball on 2K Sports. You take a look at Los Angeles. This game, an interesting matchup for them, facing another middle-of-the-pack team. They're looking to take a step forward. This is the type of game that they've got to measure the progress with.
Well, this should be fun, Kevin. They see this team a lot. They know them very well. They're going to play them 4 times during the regular season, and they split the first 2. So these 2 clubs seem to be very evenly matched, and I think this game is an important one in terms of confidence for both teams.
Yeah, I know they've been salivating getting ready for this one. I mean, it becomes a pretty good chess match at this point. You've seen each other a few times. You know each other's tendencies, and the coaches really come into play here. Execution and game planning very much on display.
Now the opening lineup for the New Orleans Pelicans. We've got Alexis Ajinça. Gordon is out there with Tyreke Evans. Then it's Omer Ashik, and it's Cunningham in at the small forward. So it's the Pelicans now. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
I know that's a game they'd like to forget. Sort of a tough day for them all around.
Yeah, I don't see any reason they won't be able to rebound from it pretty quickly, though. I mean, this team throughout the season has shown itself to be pretty resilient. If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
Well, this last season was the Clippers' 30th in Los Angeles, and for a team that's long played in the Lakers' shadow, for the 2nd season in a row, the Clippers were the best team in LA.
Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against Houston.
Yeah, that was a strange game. Very shaky defensive performance by their opponent, but hey, they took advantage of it.
Yeah, I'd go along with that. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard as they should have.
Out to the right wing. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Evans. Good on the three-point shot. Evans has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans.
Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Outside Gordon. The 3. The basket good off the assist from Evans.
That's like a layup for him. He's just wide open out there.
And here is Los Angeles now, trailing by 2. Call against Evans. From 12 feet out. A second chance effort. Clark, their offense has been great here.
Yeah, I love the way they've looked. Really strong and together.
Yeah, and very aggressive, too. Keeping the defense off balance with their ball movement. I like the way they look.
It's Jordan on the wing. Defended by Gordon. The drive by Jordan. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. This is a look at the NBA's assist leaders for the last 10 games. Gosh, can these guys throw the ball around the court? Here are the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. Tyreke Evans is 3rd. Chris Paul 4th.
Kevin, I don't think you can ever underestimate the value of a great passer. I mean, both of these guys have been excellent over the past several games, and it's no accident. I mean, you don't put up these kinds of numbers by mistake. Their dedication and focus is really paying off.
DeAndre Jordan alongside Blake Griffin, maybe the best game dunker in the league. He has the ability to make spectacular plays every time he gets near the rim.
Here is Cunningham, right now averaging 5 points a game. Jordan against Gordon. Knocks it loose. And now the Pelicans on the break. Right side, Jordan. Right side, Jordan. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
And a chance here to see where the Clippers sit in the NBA statistically right now. Second in scoring, second in field goal percentage, and they're number 2 in fewest turnovers a game. I call that squeezing the orange, and that's a team effort, everybody valuing the ball.
And I think what's most impressive when you talk about those points per game is the fact that they're spreading it around. This is a very unselfish team. They work to get good shots every time down the floor, and they become a very efficient offensive team.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Davis is checked in for Hawes. Turkoglu comes in for Barnes. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's Rivers in for Paul. Ball's knocked loose. 1:10 left in the first quarter. That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
Here's a look at some stats for DeAndre Jordan. He's been just lighting it up recently. His stats speak for themselves. He's right around 13 points a night, 15 rebounds, and better than 2 blocks as well. He's been a rock in the middle for them over that stretch of games, dominating the glass in his trademark fashion.
Yeah, and all the rebounds he's been getting in those games have had a cumulative effect on the opponent. I mean, he'll wear you down physically and mentally with that rebounding work.
They now take the lead. There's 49 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Evans dishes to Pondexter. Can't get it to go. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Their last meeting was in New Orleans, where they were unable to fight off the Pelicans.
Well, looking back at that last game between these two teams, they lost the game. I thought the difference was they were badly out-rebounded inside, and it's so tough to win a game when you can't secure that ball.
Evans outside for the 3. The Clippers grab the miss. They push it up 4 on 3. And there's the call on Tony Douglas. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
Crawford passes to Jordan. With 1 on the clock, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Clippers lead by 4. And we'll get things.
Tune in next Thursday.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Clippers.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
Yeah, and I've noticed also that their quick hands have led to a lot of forced turnovers. They're getting some points in transition as a result.
Los Angeles leading by 4.
This New Orleans team is now in their second season as the Pelicans. The name, which was subject to some critique early on, has actually turned out to be nice for the franchise with a new group of players, new ownership, and it fits nicely into creating a new identity.
Austin Rivers is out there with Crawford. Then there's Davis. Then it's Turkoglu. And it's Jordan in at the pivot, manning the middle. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Gentlemen, it's interesting that Jamal Crawford has always embraced his 6th man role. He said, quote, nobody wants to come off the bench, but if you're really about winning and sacrifice, then you have to do it. When you bring one of your top scorers off the bench, it gives your team balance. I like that when I check in the game, the other players start getting nervous, and there's no doubting they do, guys.
He can get his shot anytime. Thank you, Doris. When you talk about the Pelican mascot, Steve, wingspan, a term that definitely applies to this team and the young Anthony Davis.
Yeah, it's a great name. You know, Davis was last year's leading shot blocker to go with 20 points and 10 boards a game. I mean, this guy is a potential superstar and obviously the key for this club moving forward.
You know, he's not somebody they lean on for points, but when he does score, that's a bonus.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. And as we get a break here, important for the teams to go over their own strategy. And for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. So put out your best effort as the game wears on, guys.
You know, it's amazing when you're playing during a season, if you go through a stretch where you don't hydrate, it can have a major physical toll on you. Your body wears down quicker, you don't recover as fast, and that can really take its toll over the course of an 82-game season.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, Spencer Hawes is checked in for Jordan. Barnes comes in for Glenn Davis. J.J. Redick's checked in for Turkoglu. And Paul subbed in for Austin Rivers. Douglas against Paul. And there's the call on Tony Douglas. That's foul number 2 for him.
Boy, with 2 fouls now, he really has to be disciplined and under control for the rest of this half.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Jins is checked in. Here's Redick. No luck. And it's the Pelicans taking it the other way. They get to take on the Magic at Orlando after this one. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip.
That's an important game for the Magic. I know their fans are hoping for a win. You know, when he's in that tight with that kind of height advantage over the defender, that's going to be a pretty easy play for him.
Paul goes in, and the pass to Barnes. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
Still Clippers ball.